Hi. You see those boxes up there on top of the fridge? That's one of those things that get on my nerves. But when you have small kitchen cupboards, what do? Welcome to Corky's tea time. Yep, I have to do the dishes. Yeah, they gotta get done. It won't stop raining here, so can't go outside. Could go outside, we just end up wet. And the more wet you get, the slower you get. So, just might as well go to the kitchen sink and do dishes, right? Well, tomorrow there's some high school graduations that we're going to. And the thing is, these graduates are in their 40s. And that's okay. You know, because it's better sooner than later, better than never. You know. And tomorrow I will be making a 7-layer salad and a marble cake. That'll be my contribution to the table. And it's interesting to see what else will be there. Yeah. Always good eats. You know. I had a yam in this jar, but it wasn't doing anything. It just ended up turning into slime. So I just washed the jar and put it up. The sweet potato is growing those little, what do they call them, slits? Is that what they're called? And it's growing about 5 of them that I can see so far. And get that planted in the garden when it's ready. And not too much else going on. And, a relative's dogs got into some of its vitamins while the adults were at work. And the husband's concerned that maybe one of the dogs isn't neurologically well. You know, they were taken to the vet immediately and given medicine to throw up. They have a puppy. And I asked, did the puppy steal the older dog's thunder? And the answer I got was yes. And I'm like, oh. I hope she doesn't feel unloved. You know, they're like children. Always a special place with the birth order. You know, we all love our children equally. But each one had that place. You know. That puppy's so cute. Jumps up in my lap and puts her head on me like, am I not so adorable that you love me so much? The older dog wants to come forward and give me some loving too. But the puppy has taken up all the space in my lap. So the older dog just sits in the background and waits. So I figured when I go over there tomorrow that I'll take the older dog outside by myself for a little while, some one-on-one time. You know, give her some love, special love, and remind her you're still the first. You're the top dog. And your grandma will always love you. And yeah, not much else going on other than the rain, so I just thought I'd go in the kitchen and get some dishes done. You know, instead of letting them pile up. I know I could run the dishwasher, but I really don't like how dishwashers clean dishes. I like it better by hand. Yeah. We don't have a microwave because I threw it away. I don't like the way food tastes that's been microwaved. And if you need something heated up, that's what the oven's for. And if you need hot water, that's what the tea kettle's for. Yeah. And not much going on outside the window here. The neighbors are quiet. Probably because of the rain. If it was sunny, everybody'd be outside. You hear drills and hammers and all kinds of things. People getting stuff done. Another reason why I like to wash the dishes. Okay. I like to wash dishes because it washes your hands. I mean, if I have to go to the sink and wash my hands, why not do the dishes while I'm there? And I have a very deep sink. It's 9 inches deep. I forget how many inches wide, but it's a farmhouse sink. It's a big one. That's for sure. It holds everything. And that's nice to have a big deep sink. We used to have one of those little split sinks, and it was little. I'm like, well, you can't just put anything much in those. You had to do dishes all the time. It was like as soon as you had a meal, you had to run to the sink. You get those dishes done. But it seems like with this one, you could fit breakfast, lunch, and dinner in here, and then after dinner, after you eat, do your dishes. You know? I gotta wash the dehydrator too. Yeah. I was new to dehydrating and didn't know how to take that lid off. So I had it sitting on the counter until I could go through the owner's manual cover to cover. I found out how the top separates from the motor. So I could wash that. And my salad spinner sitting here, I gotta wash that. I made salad the other day. It's good. Yeah. Something got a hold of the raspberry plant and snapped off one of the branches. Or what are they called on strawberry plants? Canes. And snapped off a cane. And I have it in here on in a jar of water. I did not Google it yet to see how to do it, but I was hoping that it would grow some roots. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to take it back out to the pot and stick it in the soil. See if it'll do it that way. See? Yeah, has little flowers on it. See? Out to the garden. It was snapped off. So From what I saw on YouTube, you gotta stick it down in the ground about 2 or 3 nodules deep. And then it'll root that way. And I'll try that. And get that done. See if that'll take. Oh, talk about a major garden update. We went to the farmer's market. And when we were at the farmer's market, there happened to be a master gardener there from the Washington State Extension office. And I showed them a picture of the plant, the fig tree, what we thought was a fig tree. That poor little plant had been mislabeled so many times. And the lady at the nursery who sold it to us, you know, had sold it under the premises that it was a fig tree. So I was talking to them at the extension over there at the farmer's market. I showed them pictures. They go, that's not a fig tree, that is a kiwi tree. And they go, yes, you do have to have a male in order to get your fruit. And a male kiwi tree can pollinate up to 6 female kiwi trees. So I've got to find me a male kiwi. What a shock to go from fig to kiwi. I'm like shocked because I'm like, I thought that was only something that could grow in a tropical climate, you know. And so I went in my gardening group on Facebook and they said, oh yeah. One lady, she got a hold of me and she said she has a food forest. And she goes, I have many kiwi trees. Many of them. And she said, you will have kiwis as soon as you find a male and it pollinates. So now we went from hunting for a male fig to hunting for a male kiwi. Interesting life in the garden. Yeah. My mother used to make 7-layer salads when we were kids, and I just loved how pretty it looked. And she would make it for her ladies' luncheons. She would make it for her tea parties. She would make it for when they went to like a banquet buffet style dinner. You know, where everybody brought something barbecues. It was always so pretty. And so I'll be making one. I have to go to the store today to buy everything. I didn't buy anything at the farmer's market when we were there the other day because I have so many vegetables here in the refrigerator. And don't buy too many because then they just start rotting. Can't eat them that fast. And then and then what you have in the fridge isn't always what you need to put in your salad, you know. And I know they say that make do with what you've got, but I have the frozen corn. I want the frozen peas, a red onion. I have some lettuce growing out on the front porch that I'll use. But I'd like to pick up a head of iceberg lettuce. That seems to be a generic lettuce that everybody likes. I see here where this lid comes off for the salad spinner, but I'll have to leave it sit here. Husband will have the strength to get it, I guess. Work on rinsing it the best that I can. Let's see what else. Red onion, iceberg lettuce, put in the frozen corn, put in the frozen peas. Oh yeah, grape tomatoes. Yeah, Parmesan cheese. Some sour cream. I'll have to look at the recipe again. Is it sour cream or yogurt for the dressing? I bought some iceberg salad lettuce the other day. That stuff was rough. It was very dry, very hard. And I know when you bring it home from the store, you're supposed to cut the bottom so that you see the milk, what they call the milk, and put it in a glass of water. And that looks really good. I'll have them take the top part off. He's got muscles, I don't. And I don't know. Won't buy it from that store again. I've never had, it was romaine lettuce. I've never had romaine lettuce be so dry and so hard. And it was 2 heads of romaine lettuce. Yeah, with this rain, boy, the squash, all the squash plants are growing so huge. The problem with too much rain is that when the plants grow and everything tastes watery or is too wet or the ground is too soggy. You know. Well, I think you've seen enough and probably have heard enough of me chit-chatting along. So I'll probably go ahead and head out, and I'll pick you up again on, I have something else on my mind that I want to talk about. Well, I don't know if you could say talk about it, but maybe make a comment about it. You know, somebody did something and it didn't make me happy. You know, and so it'll be something regarding politics. And it was a paid actor. I'm not happy about the situation. How is anybody supposed to take the word of a paid actor? You know? I don't want paid actors speaking on my behalf. I have my rights. I have my mind. And I will speak my mind for me. You know? Nobody should be speaking for me. Okay. I'm capable. But anyways, the dishes are done. And now off to the sewing room. Talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Well, here I am. I'm in the sewing room now. And I have got to get these last few stitches in on this penguin so that when I go to the graduation tomorrow, I could give it to their little one, you know. And this is how he's looking so far. You know, looking pretty good. See the bottom here? These are the feet. I have to stitch up the feet by hand. And I have to get his bow tie on him. Remember, pale blue. And attach his pale yellow belly. And I have his belly right here. Line it up right there. Yeah. So what do you think? You think it'll be okay? Yeah. A few stitches in the beak right here. And just finish stitching this up by hand. And I'm happy with it. I'm pleased with it. And I hope she's pleased with it. You know. And yeah. So it just says to go back and forth in a zigzag-like pattern, because that'll make the little feet. Oh well, that just fell on the floor. Oh well, it's on the floor. But I'd like to say thank you for stopping by. And I have to get this done. I need to stay focused, okay? Because I have to finish this up to deliver it tomorrow. Plus, make the marble cake and the 7-layer salad. Plus I have to go shopping for the ingredients for the salad tonight. Okay, have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.